Well, guess where we're at. More parts. So guys, this leech decided it will leech out some more money from me. So I will show you guys what we're doing, what needs to be done, and how we're gonna do it. So it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter vlog if everything goes good. If it doesn't go good, then it's gonna be a little bit of a longer vlog. But yeah, so we're gonna do some more maintenance. It's not really maintenance. It actually left me stranded on the side of the road again. I didn't record it, but it shut off on me while driving on the highway. And we're gonna replace the things that could be an issue. So let's get to it. So pretty much anytime I'm in Kansas City, Oklahoma City, in this part of the country, I'm always having truck issues. So I got this sensor right here. It's gonna be a fuel. It's like a fuel pressure sensor, pretty much. So yesterday I was driving. My truck cut the cruise control off. I thought nothing of it, so I was climbing the hill slowly. And I did just get the truck deleted, so I figured it had something to do with that. Okay, whatever. So I climb the hill. I get back on flat land, and I turn the cruise control back on, and it drove fine for about an hour. So I needed fuel. I was low on fuel, and I'm taking the exit. So I pulled it out of gear, and as soon as I pulled it out of gear, the truck died. So I coasted down the exit ramp onto the little shoulder they had. I plugged that Cummins program in. I ran the code, and it was a fuel issue. So I cleared the code. I tried to start it, it wouldn't start. It was just crank, and then I let it sit for a little bit. Turn the key, it starts. The code goes away. So a pretty common problem with these is there's about 5 of these sensors. So this one is going to be right down here and up. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's going to be right up here. I think this is the one. So anyway, if you guys can't see it, trust me, it's there. Pretty sure that's the one, because I was looking at a diagram on Google, and it's sitting right back behind the area behind the fuel filter. So that's the only one I can think of, and there's that little sucker right there. So honestly, I don't know. The truck's been running fine, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reach it. I don't know if I'll be able to reach it or not, or take it off. So I'm gonna try my best without having to take this whole section apart. But I did buy a new fuel filter. We're gonna replace that too. So if the fuel filter does have to come off, not a big deal, because I'm taking it off anyways. But there's just not enough room, or for a big old hand like mine to fit in there. And on Google, it literally read on there, it helps to have little hands. So this is gonna be challenging, but we'll give it a shot, because truck's been running fine for like 2 or 3 hours after that. So I'm thinking maybe it sucked up some air because I was low on fuel. That was my only other thought. But if I can't do it, at least I'll have the sensor, and if it happens again, then I can stress it out and do it. Maybe I'll even be able to lay down here and reach up. I don't know, but let's see what I can do here. All right, so this is the sensor. So plug for it is right here. It was a nightmare to take out, I'll tell you that much. Now I gotta try and get to it with the socket that I bought. It has a little red clip on it, and I think it fell down there somewhere, but the clip that holds it in was a nightmare. So there's a clip that goes right through here this way, and there's a nightmare to take out. Well, with the tools that I have here, this is the only screwdriver I have. If you come across this video and this is something you're doing, guys, the clip comes out towards the driver's steer tire, so it's hard to tell like if you have to push it inwards or bring it out this way. So I couldn't really tell. I was pushing on it, trying to pull on it, wasn't going, so put a little bit of pressure on it and it popped out towards the driver's side. So just a FYI. Oh, here it is. There she is. So this fits through that clip like that. You can see where I was trying to pry on it. Okay, so now we're gonna get this guy, and I just went and bought a wrench. I didn't have this size wrench because it's a 1 1/16, I believe. Yeah, 1 1/16. So that's gonna be the size of this. I tried to fit the wrench in there. It wouldn't fit. So now I'm gonna try this guy. I don't have an extension for it, so if this doesn't work, I have to go back to the store and buy an extension, which I'm not looking forward to. This is as good as it's gonna get. Reverse threaded. I don't know if there's fuel in here or what's gonna happen. Yeah, there's fuel in there, all right. So just a little bit of fuel. I'll show you guys here. Here's the old one. So guys, one thing to notice or to keep in mind is usually original parts, they're painted when the engine is painted, right? So they're throwing all the parts at the dealer or at the manufacturer, and then they just spray everything. It's a good way to notice parts that have been replaced, like the ECM, you know, is for mine is not painted, so you know all the parts that haven't been painted are replaced unless you paint them yourself. So this is the old sensor. You can tell it's I don't know, that's oily or just burnt out. Yeah, it's burnt out, whatever. So this is gonna be our new guy. You also, before you install it, like I said, if you are doing this, not a lot of people are going to be doing this. It's not that common, but it's one of the most common problems for these CM871 engines. You want to plug it into the plug first before you screw it in, and you want to just compare them, see if the insides are the same, and you know, just make sure it's the right sensor. I believe that oil pressure sensor is the same, or this might share the same sensor. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, let's put this guy back in, plug it up, and replace the fuel filter, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I have no idea. I'm trying to find the whole blind what I'm looking for. Right there. looking at it from the steer tire, you're screwing it in, you're going towards the cab. When you're taking it out, you want to turn it towards the hood. Right here is as dry as it gets, boys. So much things in the way. And also, since everything's pretty old and stuff like that, you know, you don't want to put too much force on other wiring or hoses. I promise you, last thing you want to do is snap something and it starts leaking. So it's not impossible. I got it on. So then later what you want to do is kind of grab maybe a wrench. Make sure your plug is all the way on. Just kind of push down on it. And you push down on this wiring to push the front end of the thing up and just bang. So there's that. Now I gotta find that red clip. There she is. And just push it right back into the sensor housing thing, and that should be good. That should be that. So what I'm gonna do now is change the fuel filter here. It will have some fuel in it. I mean, it will have fuel in it, but they'll more likely also spill some out. Try to do this when you want to try to do this when your engine is not hot, because the fuel in the filter is going to be hot. The filter is hot. It's really an awkward position. Try not to spill any, if you can. We might have gotten lucky, not spilled any. Oh, this is the old fuel filter. It still is full of fuel. What you do with that fuel, I don't know, but I'm gonna end up going dump mine in a coolant bucket that I have. I just need it to stay for a minute. So I'm gonna go grab my coolant jug, dump that in there, then we'll get the new one and go with the rest of the way. So now we pretty much match up the fuel filters. It's FF 2200, FF 2200, reverse the process. So helps. Show you guys what it helps to have. Can't get it to stay. There we go. Supposed to fuel over there at the diesel island because this hole is smaller than the nozzle pump over there. I guess I should have gone to the car side. This will work. It might, maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, I can't push it. There it goes. It's going to be hard to do. If you want to fill up the filter pretty much full to where it screws in, it would help to have 3 hands. So now you have it almost, it's about right here. You just reverse the process. Try not to spill because it's never a good idea to spill. Big guy. Also, want to try not to cross thread it. If you cross thread it, you're going to mess it up. You can also turn it about 1,500 times. It takes forever sometimes. But, there. Well, boys, everything is done here. Fuel filter is on, and fuel pressure sensor is on. I couldn't get this stupid thing on, but I'm about to fire it up, see if it runs, and then I'm gonna shove that in there. Prime the pump. Let it cycle. Also bought it's got a check light right there for the tractor parking light. I just picked some up, so I can't stand looking at that code. All right. So far we're in business. Running really good. So guys, if you made it this far, my ear itches and it's probably dirty now, but I'm gonna go shower. So as you see, the truck runs. The truck did shut off on me yesterday while I was cruising down the freeway. I took an exit ramp, and as soon as I took the exit ramp and I started to downshift, as soon as I pulled out of gear, the truck died right off the bat. Check engine light popped up. I pulled out the computer. I plugged it in. Did some magic. Got the truck running. I talked to a couple, mechanics, or a mechanic that I know, Dr. Diesel. Talked to him a little bit, and he just told me to replace the sensor that I replaced and see if that's it. It's a pretty common problem with these CM 871 engines. That's the model of this Cummins. And after I started yesterday, I still drove like 2 hours, and the truck drove perfectly fine, but I didn't want to run into the issue of being in the middle of nowhere again, and then the truck not wanting to start or shutting off, and then I'll be screwed. And if it doesn't want to start, then I'm screwed, So could have been a couple things. Fuel filter could have sucked up some air because I was really low on fuel, and two, that sensor. So I just, I added fuel right after I got it started and going. It was actually exit to the fuel pump. I play this game where I run my truck out of fuel almost, and then I fuel. So I'm thinking maybe the fuel like slushed, moved, and sucked up air in the fuel pump, and it killed it. So it's been running fine since, but I figured, sleep at Peterbilt this morning. I bought the parts and the fuel filter, so I figured it's got fuel filter, and now that sensor. What else could it be, right? So I replaced all that. No. So as you guys saw, the truck runs. Sounds good. Also, I did get the truck deleted, so the truck should periodically run great, and it does. The amount of power this thing is putting out now is night and day difference. I've been loving it for the past 3 days that it's been deleted. It pulls hard. It's not being choked out. There's no crazy whistles from the DPF system anymore. So I'm grateful for that. So the little issues, they're not going to stop us. They're not going to stop us from moving. Anything that we can fix on the side of the road, we will be fixing, because I will not give up that easily. So right now I'm going to go organize my tools and my toolboxes, put everything where it should go. All the new tools I bought on the last video. If you haven't seen it, maybe I'll edit it somewhere here, or maybe down there, whatever. And then I'm gonna go shower and probably just watch some Netflix. I wanted to go to the gym, and I still might if they allow me to leave the trailer here for a couple hours. I don't want to drag the trailer around with me and lose my spot for the night. So the trucks are starting to come in more and more, so I don't want to lose my spot for the night. And so now I'm just rambling on. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you very so much. I am gonna head home this week from Oklahoma. I'm gonna go up to Minnesota, steal a load from the milkman. By the way, if you guys have not seen the milkman or his channel, I don't know where you guys come from, but one of my favorite channels to watch. Funny guy and his girlfriend Maddie. I actually enjoy watching him. So if you're not watching him, check them out. Just give him a quick plug right there. So check them out, guys. Go past Peterbilt, and the guy kind of does everything that I do pretty much. So check him out, or check them out, I guess. Maybe it's their page. But and then from there I'm gonna head home. So Minnesota's a really good lane for us. It has been for a long time, but I was kind of just playing around out here first. So before I go home, I usually do everything. Then I go to Minnesota from Minnesota, I head straight down back to California. So that's the plan. So knock on some wood grain. I don't have any wood grain, but knock on some plastic that we don't have any more issues with the truck till we go do our runs and get home, and then we'll figure it out from there. But so far, there's nothing that we haven't been able to fix, and it hasn't really been that big of issues. I mean, price-wise, everything is, expensive for trucks because you need it. And if the dealer has it, you're going to pay the dealer price. So it's a markup price by a lot. So yeah, these guys here in Oklahoma City, they had the part. It's the Rush Truck Center. I don't really appreciate their prices at all. $195 for a sensor. It's about $60 anywhere else, or $35 on Amazon. So total, by the way, I told you guys I would share my receipts with you, but the total for this whole repair today, so it was just the sensor, the fuel filter clamp things, what do you want to call them, fuel filter, I don't know, the fuel filter plier things, I guess, and yeah, the pliers, the fuel filter itself. So it was a total of $299.80 with a $25.86 sales tax, with a total of $325.66. Right there, you have it. So you didn't buy much, but you paid a lot. So welcome to trucking, guys. With that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the comments you guys are leaving. Makes me feel like I'm actually worth something, and while I'm working and putting videos out, it feels nice that you guys are giving your opinions, your feedbacks, the positive, the negative. I accept it all, guys. I'm trying to get to all the comments that I can. If I haven't gotten back to you, shoot, repost again. I'll get back to you. Maybe I didn't see it. So guys, feel free to flood those comments. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down, guys. I encourage you, if anything I'm doing wrong and you don't like it, please hit that thumbs down. If you're a tow truck driver and you see me on the side of the road, please hit that thumbs down. So thank you again, and I will see you guys on the next breakdown.